All right, Major Tom here.
And I'm Warbrain.
So here we are with our first Nintendo Wii review. You excited?
No.
Well, basically,
I love Zelda, though,
yeah.
so I guess
when
I'm
we
excited.
started doing this review, it's like kind of the end of the life cycle of the Wii. So
Yeah.
what better way to end it with Zelda, though?
That's true. They ended the GameCube with Zelda pretty much. Too.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess was on both, right?
Yeah. So that was the end. They always start and end with Zelda. All right, so we're doing Zelda Skyward Sword, if you didn't know.
If you didn't deduce that on your own.
You ready for this very unique, complicated story?
Go with the story.
All right. So you're in this utopia in the sky. You play as Link.
What?
And your best friend is Zelda.
Zelda.
Who would have known, right?
Wait. Do you have an annoying fairy that follows you the entire game?
It's not a fairy. It's like, I can't explain what it is.
There's always somebody.
But it's something
following
annoying that's in you and bothers you.
you. There's always something following you.
Well, yeah, anyways, you're in this utopia in the sky. And one day this tornado comes through. Zelda goes missing. Turns out it's like her destiny to go. This was going to happen one day. And then, of course, it's the Link's destiny to be the guardian and go follow after her.
No real explanation. It just do it.
You know
what to expect now.
And what's different about this one is, usually you're always on the ground, obviously. Now you have to, you're constantly going, you got to go all the way back up in the sky, and then all your main temples are on the ground. So you're always constantly, traveling. So, your main hub is the city in the sky that you keep going back to in this one.
But no boat?
No, you get a giant birdie flying now.
That's better than a boat.
It is. You just jump and whistle, and it comes flying and catches you and just takes you where you want to go.
Okay, so you don't have to actually control the bird?
No, you got to control it with the Wii remote.
Okay.
It takes a while to get used to, but... All right, we'll talk about the gameplay. Obviously, everyone knows it's a damn Zelda game,
Yeah.
But we'll talk about what the damn differences are, obviously.
I mean, you're still killing things with a sword.
Yeah.
And solving puzzles in temples to go save a princess, pretty much.
Yep.
So
the difference is, you do need the Motion Plus to be able to even play this game, because the controls are real sensitive.
yeah, I'm sure by now everybody that has a Wii has a Motion.
I think
Plus.
all the new remotes actually have it built in, so they don't ridiculous like my half a lightsaber one that I got.
Exactly, the giant extension on it.
All right, so a lot of the sword play, is based on the motion controls, but it's not just like flying your arm around and you're gonna win this time around. You know what I mean? Enemies block on the left or right, and you got to counter by swiping on the opposite sides, or else you're gonna get nowhere. You do have a stamina bar too, so you can only attack for a while, or else you run out of breath. Same with running, you run out of breath. You can't just run forever.
Yeah.
Climbing affects your stamina bar. So you can't just, go. You'll lose. You'll basically run out of breath, and you'll just be standing there, and they'll beat the crap out of you.
So they actually added challenge to the combat.
Yeah. That plant that opens its mouth, for instance, in all the other games. You know how it just opens it? Sometimes it opens it, horizontal or vertically, and you have to slice it horizontal, vertical, or it'll just block it. Things like that.
Okay, so its head is kind of like a shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the sandbar, it took me a real long time to get used to, because constantly I would just roll everywhere and stuff.
Yeah.
And you really can't do this time around. Your shields, they all break.
Damn.
All right. If it breaks completely, it's gone. You have to buy a new one.
So you need rupees.
You need rubies. Also, when you kill enemies, some of the enemies will drop like an item, and use these items to repair your shields, or you could upgrade them, which makes them stronger. When you upgrade them, they can still break though.
So, if you upgrade it and it breaks, do you have to re-upgrade it?
I don't know. I haven't let mine break yet.
But you can repair it though.
Yes.
Okay.
You could also buy a potion that repairs the shield, so you don't have to keep going back all the way to the sky to repair it. But like I said, it's a real pain, because once you lose your shield and you're in the middle of a dungeon, if you want to go get a shield, you have to leave the dungeon, then go all the way back to Skyward, then come all the way back, and then go through all those enemies again. So be very careful with your damn shield, or you're gonna be pissed off. And they have you have a very huge variety of dungeons this time around, and so you're only allowed to have certain items with you, and you got to store the rest. Like, say you're going to a fire temple. You don't want to bring the wooden shield, obviously.
No.
And same, they got some electric enemies. You don't want to bring the metal shield versus them. You're not going to have a fun time.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of the differences in the game.
So when you store something, do you have to like fly back to the city to get that?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's why.
So you kind of have to know what you need ahead of time.
Yeah, but like if you're going to a volcano, you obviously know there's going to be fire people.
Yeah, so
you know
you're
what
not
I mean.
you're not going to bring a wood and shit.
Yeah, and a lot of the familiar weapons are back. The bow and arrow, the slingshot, and all those, and then some new ones that one is like this thing that's just used for blowing sand around, and there'd be like random sand piles that you couldn't get rid of yourself. You needed this special thing.
So it's like just a puzzle solving tool.
Yeah. You actually needed it during the boss battle, though. The boss battles are pretty cool. The first one, it was like a huge sword fight, so it gets you real used. You had to like kind of trick this guy while you're fighting him. And at one point, he actually ripped a sword from me, so I didn't have a sword, and he threw it, and I had to go pick it up. So you could actually get disarmed in the game too. They also have some takedowns in the game now. You can knock a guy down and actually jump and stab him with your sword. So the game's it seems like it's getting more, aged and harder as it goes on. They're trying to change some stuff to keep it, to what everyone likes, but add, more challenges.
Yeah, well, it's like it seems like they're going toward an older audience a little bit because they know a lot of their audience has gotten older now. Yeah. But they still have, like Wind Waker and all the DS ones that are still more geared toward a younger audience. So that's kind of cool that they do that.
Now, I would have to say this is a real lengthy game. Like, just if you want to just go through a story, you'll easily put in like 40 hours just playing the story.
Yeah.
And then they have a ton of side quests. You could constantly go in the sky and talk to people, and they'll have like a mission which can lead you to find, better items. A lot of times instead of you don't want to buy like the bigger bags that hold bombs and blah, 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 you can find
usually,
them.
Usually like the way Zeldas work.
Yeah.
You usually get all the weapons you need from your main story, and then all the side quests will give you like upgrades or jars or something.
I kind of like the bomb plants that we've had in all the other games.
Yeah,
you can actually pick up the bomb and store it in your pouch now. And that's how you basically refill your bag now.
That's kind of cool.
But it's cool. It's kind of fun because you just sit there and wait for it because a plant keeps regrowing them. Pick them up, keep putting them in your pocket. Don't know how the fuse goes out, but hey, I don't question it. And then, other things you can do in the game, they got the heart pieces scattered, across the whole game. I actually probably found like 4 to 6 only of them. So I've only got, but you get your whole heart piece after killing a boss. So that's how I basically survived throughout the game.
Yeah.
It's also, you want to be carrying, potions with you. I mean, because, a lot of times hearts, like I swear I would go through so many parts in the game, like breaking pots, cutting the plants, and I'd never find a heart piece. It's like, really? I keep finding rubies that I was already full and could never use,
So it's like all other Zelda games except for one. It's still just all single player though, right?
Yep, no multiplayer.
Okay. But I mean, even so, it's fun enough where you're going to go back and play it over and over again,
And a lot of people don't like the motion controls, but I thought it was the real, how they did it was, really cool. And, even when you're climbing or like tightrope walking, you got to, balance yourself, just every little aspect to add to it, nice little touches here and there. So overall, really good game. And it's going to last you a long time, too. So.
And it's $50 instead of 60, right?
So their games are always $10 cheaper, too. Can't go wrong. Unless you need to buy yourself a Motion Plus thing, then.
Then there's your $10 probably. I don't even know how much that is. How much is a Motion Plus now?
I think when I bought them, they were like $20 or something for just a piece.
Well, it's not that bad, though. But there you go. We're doing Assassin's Creed.
Revelations. Which is hopefully good.
It should be. I mean, there hasn't really been a bad Assassin's Creed, so.
I just kind of want to get to the end finally, though.
Yeah.
All right, this has been Major Tom.
And this is Warbrain.